Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's GentooMan here, also known as Rainy, and you guys absolutely killed that last video, that 1999 creepypasta one. So thank you so much for that, and I thought since you guys enjoyed that one, I would tell another creepypasta-esque related story with me and this Anna girl. So I'm going to hop right into it. I'm not going to waste any time. This story time takes place around the same time the last one did, within a couple weeks of it for sure. And like I'd said in that one, me and Anna, we were pretty good friends. We had a pretty platonic friendship, though. Obviously, I'm a guy, and she's a girl, but there was no, romantic tension or anything like that. We were just chill. She was just my homie that happened to be a girl, and it was a pretty fun friendship. And again, as covered in the previous video, we sort of bonded over our love for horror and, creepypastas and scary stories and stuff. And so that would often be sort of a baseline for what would happen whenever we'd hang out. And at this point in time, Anna was, pretty much, I don't know if I would, consider her my best friend at this point in time, because, I had other friends that were, very close to me and stuff, but, at the school I was going to, she was definitely, the best friend of mine, because, I'd hang out with her most. I didn't really have any friends at the school yet. So, yeah, she and I would hang out all the time. Now, Anna had an older sister who I didn't mention in the last video. She was in her early 20s. It was kind of a weird situation. She was half living at Anna's house with Anna and her parents, but sometimes living with their grandparents somewhere else. I think she might have been doing that for university or something. I'm not really sure what the reasoning was. But what I do know is that Anna's older sister, who for the sake of this video we'll call her Bailey. Bailey was a very big partier. She would frequently come home in the middle of the night when me and Anna were watching a movie or something. And she'd basically come in, be really high or really drunk, and just kind of pass out on a couch or just fucking wherever. She passed out on the kitchen table once. It was actually pretty funny. So it kind of became a running joke between me and Anna of we never know where her sister is going to turn up, because like I said in the last video, I'd sometimes stay the night over there. Her parents were chill with that as long as I wasn't in her room with her, which is fair. But sometimes we'd go to bed, or her sister would come home, we were still awake, and she'd just pass out somewhere, and obviously she'd sleep in pretty late the next day. So it'd just be kind of a joke of where is she going to wake up, where is she going to come from today. I just want to say Bailey was a pretty nice person. The times that I interacted with her by being at Anna's house or hanging around Anna, she was always nice to me. She was a pretty cool person. She was just a little quirky, we'll say. So anyways, flash forward a bit to one day, me and Anna are hanging out, and we're just reading up on all these challenges. There was that era on the internet where there was all these different horror challenges. There's the Midnight Man challenge. This was around the 3 a.m. challenge type deal. It was around then. But we stumbled across one and were reminded of a pretty famous one. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume that most of you, if not all of you, know what Bloody Mary is. But if you don't, the whole Bloody Mary challenge is that you're supposed to, I believe, just go into the bathroom, turn off all the lights, and say Bloody Mary 3 times into the mirror. At least I'm pretty sure. Obviously, this was a little bit ago, and I don't remember exactly what you're supposed to do, but I'm pretty sure that's it. And supposedly, if you do that, Bloody Mary is supposed to appear. So me and Anna, being who we were, it was about late afternoon. Her parents weren't home. We thought it was just her and I, and we decided it would be a good idea to try this out. Now, we debated back and forth who was going to do it first, so we ended up settling on playing a round of Smash, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, just so that's perfectly clear. And whoever lost would have to do it first. And long story short, I ended up winning, and she was up to do this Bloody Mary thing first. She came up with this idea. She had this Polaroid camera. She's like, I'm going to bring this with me, and just on the off chance something happens, I'm going to take a Polaroid photo of it just so we have it, and it'll be really cool. And I'm just thinking I've never really been a person with these challenges where I'm oh, it's totally real. I mean, neither really was Anna, but she was a little bit more believing, if that's a word, than I am. But she thought it was a cool idea, and I said fuck it, do what you want to do. And so that's what she went with. So she went in to the bathroom with the lights off, and she closed the door, and I could only kind of hear her because I was on the other side of the door. And I heard her say the things, say Bloody Mary 3 times into the mirror. I didn't really hear anything, but then I heard movement, followed by Anna screaming and just the clicking of the camera. and then Anna stepping out of the bathroom, slamming the door, and just running across the house. So naturally, I run after her. I run downstairs. We're at the upstairs bathroom. She ran all the way to the basement. I run down to the basement to find her, and I just find her sort of sitting on a couch. And I ask her, like, yo, like, what happened? Like, are you okay? And she looks at me and she's like, dude, it fucking worked. And I'm like, no way. Like, there is no way. She's like, it did. Like, I swear it did. Like, something was in there with me, and I'm pretty sure I got a picture of it. Like, here, let's wait for it to develop, and I'll show you. I'm like, okay, sure. Like, I'll see this picture. And so we kind of sat there, and she was like waving the picture back and forth, hoping it'll develop. And it took its time, but it did finally show up. What we saw was, in fact, the outline of a person with long black hair next to the white shower curtain. And as I was seeing this develop, I'm like, holy shit, like, is she right? But the more I looked at the picture, I'm like, wait, I recognize this person. It's Bailey, Anna's sister. And so I look at it and I'm like, Anna, that's your sister. And she's like, there's no fucking way. Like, I would have known if it was my sister. And she looks down at it and she kind of studies it. And she's kind of like, what the fuck? Like, she says it to herself. She's like, what the fuck? And right as we're thinking about this, we hear Bailey yell from across the house. She yells, Anna! And I'm just, like, already sort of laughing to myself. But Anna yells back. She's like, what? And her sister is like, I must have fallen asleep in the shower, but, like, I'm here and, like, I have no clothes in the room, so I need you to bring me some. And I just burst out laughing at this point. I'm like, Anna really thought that she was, like, under attack by Bloody Mary, this, like, almost children's horror game. And it was just her drunk sister passed out in the shower, which I think is pretty fucking funny, to be honest. So yeah, I guess that is technically another, like, creepypasta type video with Anna. This one is a bit of a funny ending, though. I hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty funny, so I thought I'd tell the story. But yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's story time. Sorry I've been, like, really on and off with my schedule recently. I have been really busy, and I am going out of town for a couple days, but I'm hoping to have videos prepped for that so I can still put them up every day, even if I'm not able to record. That's going to be the end of this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new. You all know the drill at this point. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will catch you all in the next one. Later.